What's up, Richard Timmers here. Now, when we think of the most iconic 80s movies of all time, one of the most iconic movies there is none other than Scarface. Al Pacino, Michelle Pfeiffer, directed by Brian De Palma. I mean, Scarface is such an iconic film. Some iconic lines, some really cool moments, and all. Now, if you guys don't know, Scarface was also a remake of like a 19. I think the original was like in 1930s or something like that. Well, a couple of years ago, it was announced that a new Scarface reboot had been in the works for quite some time. Now, I remember Antoine Fuqua, the director of Equalizer, has been attached. But one director who has been attached for quite some time was called by a name director, Luca Guadagnino. Well, it looks like he's no longer directing this new Scarface film. The director recently spoke with The Hindu and revealed that he is no longer attached to the project, saying, "I am not working on Scarface anymore." The Scarface reboot had been stuck in development for quite some time, with various writers, directors, and even seven actors attached at one point or another. Star Wars Andor star Diego Luna was previously attached to star in the film, but he confirmed back in 2020 that he was no longer involved. Previous versions of the next Scarface script have come from big names such as the Coen brothers, Gareth Dunnan, Jonathan Herman, and Paul Assassino. Luca Guadagnino was originally announced as the director. It was also said that Dylan Clark will be producing the film. Uh, so now, here's what he had. Now, back in 2020, he spoke to Verizon saying, "People claim that I do only remakes, but the only truth of the matter is cinema has been remaking itself throughout its existence. It's not because it's lazy. It's a lazy way of not being able to find original stories. It's always about looking at what certain stories say about our times," Guadagnino explained to Variety back in 2020. Now, this first Scarface film from Howard Hawks was all about the Prohibition era. 50 years later, Oliver Stone and Brian De Palma make their versions, which is also so different from Hawks' film. Both can stand on itself as two wonderful pieces of sculpture. Hopefully, Aris 40 plus years later will be another way worth a reflection on the character who is a pilgrim for our own compulsions for success and ambition. I think my version will be timeless. So yeah, I mean, I know lots of people see the word Scarface remake. They think it's going to tarnish the original. But let me just say, like Lucas said, there was already like Scarface with Al Pacino, Brian De Palma. That was a remake of a film too. So I don't know. I think a new Scarface could possibly work. Like, definitely have like a new actor attached. This could be like maybe like a James Bond situation where you have different actors playing Scarface and stuff. Um, I mean, whether this actually does come to fruition, that has to see. Like, to be honest, I won't be surprised if this actually doesn't happen, but we'll see. Maybe there'll be another director that gets attached. That's always a possibility. But now, of course, if they do a new Scarface, who could you get you play Tony Montana? I mean, it's a little hard. Like, Al Pacino just plays his part perfectly. It's a little hard to really top Al Pacino. I mean, one actor I could probably see playing the role is the guy forgot his name, but the actor who played Al Pacino in the Offer on Paramount Plus. I think he could be a good choice, but I don't think he's that really big of a name. So I think if they do go with one, it'll probably be a bigger name or something. But I don't know. We'll see if this actually does come to fruition. But now, as for Luca Guadagnino, his next film, by the way, is Challengers, which of course comes out next April. So we'll see how that's going to be. But let me let you guys. What are your thoughts on Luca Guadagnino no longer directing this upcoming Scarface reboot anymore? Are you disappointed about it? Like, are you even interested to sing a new reboot of Scarface? Where you ever found Scarface? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Sammy Sign.